Some good things happened on the forum. I'm gonna open up the post here if I can. Sorry, not the forum. I'm old. I keep calling it forums and shit like that, but it's like the Discord, the Trovo Discord. So I'm gonna open that up here. Hopefully my computer doesn't blow up when I open another fan. You know, that would be unfortunate. Let me just open this up. Is there any way for me to get this into a picture so I can just show it in my browser? Let me just check it out. So if I upload this to my own Discord, oh yeah, then I can just open it as a picture. Don't I have it open anyway? Wait, guys. I'm just talking to myself here. Thought I had this open somewhere. I do. I have it right here. All right, we can open this as a link. There we go. All right. We got this one solved. Yeah. I'm going to open up my Firefox. There we go. So, the discussion about treasure boxes on Trovo. Hey, Passions! So, I love that. I've never seen that emote before. Where did you get that, man? That's super awesome. So, a lot of things happen on the open discussions. Oh, it's in the new emotes, I think. I've just never seen the heart thing there. That's kind of cool. See, I love all the interactive stuff that they're adding to the platform. It's super cool. Yeah, the discussion got a little heated on the Discord, and they had to like step in with a moderator because people weren't yelling at each other, but it was starting to peak a little bit, and yeah, people had to they wanted to calm it down a little bit, and I understand that completely. I'm just gonna zoom this in so you guys can read this. And they did like two questions to people and asked them to message the developers directly to one of their accounts. So instead of having like an open discussion, the open discussion is still there, but then like they can take the criticism directly at them to how to improve the treasure boxes and the mana system. Keep forgetting what that's called, the mana system. Also, it needs another name because the Boost project. Boost project. So the mana system, which is the mana rocket we're talking about, that's the Boost project, and the treasure boxes is the elixir system. So that's a little bit. It's a little bit confusing. Since I think like they need to just give the Boost project a better name. Call it the mana project. Call it the I don't know, call it something nice. But that's another thing, that's another discussion. So that it was heating up a little bit, and they made a request to send a DM to them on the things that we want to see changed, how to make the system better, and how to make it work, because it's, right now it's working kind of, but it's not perfect. It needs a lot of love and care before it's more fair for everyone, especially for smaller streamers. That's why we want to put it. That's why we want to shape it into something that's, so it doesn't have to be super good for the smallest of the smallest streamers, but it has to be good for the most streamers, if it makes sense to you guys, right? So where the most streamers are, like in the middle, then we have the top guys who are like the big dogs, who are like the insane streamers who have like the 1,000 viewers, right, at a time while they're streaming. And then we have the small streamers who are just starting out, who are under level 2 and can't really use the systems, right? No, that's not right, because that doesn't make any sense then. So it's people who are already level 2, and maybe they're on their way to level 3, and they're using the system, but they don't have that much income. They're not a partnered streamer, right? So people who are under the partner streamer, that's the smaller guys. And then we have the mid-size guys who are in the partnership category, and who are like the most people, I think maybe that's, I don't know if that's right though. It's difficult to tell because of the bronze, the way that the bronze tier is, tier 500, T500 bronze tier. I don't know the numbers on how many people are in there, but I would say most people are in that area. And then you have the top dogs, and you have the smaller streamers. So I think you guys know what I mean. Yeah, right, Passions. Yeah. So we want to make this work for the most people, and make it a fair system where you can't just, throw $1,000 in there and then you own the platform for the day. That's not what we want. We don't want that. We want it to be so people can compete and that's why I made these suggestions to them. So this is not a debate. It's not been debated. So I don't. If there's any mistakes in it, please do tell me, because it's really good to get some feedback on this one. So, but my idea is essentially this. The question was this: what do you want to change? I didn't even notice that. What would you change about the treasure boxes? There we go. Suggestions only. Yeah. So this is just a suggestion, right? It's just a suggestion, guys. Don't worry. But it's very important to give this feedback, because a lot of people were, kind of deactivated or turned off by the way the platform had been not responding. And when we saved the role system together with some of the other streamers, people woke up. I think they got slapped in the face and they woke up. So now the suggestion area has been on fire for the last 2 days, which is great. It's great. Of course, it needs to be moderated a little bit because some of the things, but it's great. People are active now, and now they want more feedback. So this is what we gave them. So what do I want to do? What would you change about the treasure boxes? Suggestions only. Make it more fair. Make it a more fair system by changing a. This is my suggestion, by the way. Make it a more fair system by changing. Oh, wait a minute. By creating a solid frame. God damn. I can't even remember what I wrote. That's how good I am. Okay, we'll try that again. Make it a more fair system by creating a solid frame, right? So I want them to focus on the basic things, right? Get the frame around the thing correct, and then work from there, right? So my idea is put a max of 3,000 elixir on every type of treasure box. So small streamers are able to participate. Change super good to a 3,000 elixir spell that can also be used for boxes. Create spells for 5,000 and 10,000 donations that are not allowed in treasure boxes. This will give people an understanding of the limits and allow big donators, community whales, to also be part of the platform. So just to clarify, when I say community whales, we're talking about top supporters, right? People who donate more than who want to donate more than $30. There needs to be room for those guys to be there too, because it's not donating 50. Like donating 2 times 30 is not the same as donating 100, right? It feels different, and it's if you want a streamer to fall out of his chair, you just donate him $100, right? That would definitely work with me. I'll definitely fall out of my chair. So yeah, it just makes gives room for the future, like, because you open up the door for bigger people to come in and donate, or more rich people, I guess. So community whales is meant in the kindest way. It's a positive way for me to say it. But some people do see that as a negative way to say it, because you're calling someone a whale, but it's not meant in a negative way. It's just meant as a top donator or top supporter. So keep that in mind when I say that. But essentially, what this would do, it would stop people from making treasure boxes that are more than $30, which would allow most streamers to be able to compete in the system without having to not eat for a month. So I think that would be way more fair in a way for the system. So I think this is a good idea. I don't know what you guys think about it though. I think it would make sense, and it would make sense to turn super good into a 3,000 elixir spell, and then create new spells for the 5,000 and 10,000. It's just to make a more clear system of like what can you put in the box, and people are so used to the super good being something you can put in the box, so it should definitely stay in there, right? Because you want to keep people's mind on what it is, so you don't confuse people too much. My nighttime barely have 1,000 elixir boxes showing in Discovery. Yeah. That's that's true. The Discovery boxes have been changing a lot. But this is both Discovery boxes and community boxes. It's more so everyone can participate in the system without getting pushed completely to the ground level, So yeah, time zones matter a lot. That is true. What is it? 8 p.m. my time is where there's most people on, actually. And that's where I usually have, a good time on the stream. And then people stick around. for a long time, and then about 1 a.m. is usually where it peters off, and then it starts up again. So there is a stop and start cycle for every region, and you have to pay notice to that when you're streaming for sure, and when you create boxes too. So that's my suggestion for that. Then I also say I like the new changes to discovery boxes. I think 2-hour runtimes. A 2-hour runtime is a little too low, but I like the idea of the system of like that specific limit is really good. Is a good idea. Maybe after a month of testing, it can be readjusted to 4 hours if necessary. So I think 2 hours is a little bit too low as a maximum runtime for a discovery box. But to be honest, I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. If it's too low, they should be open for adjusting it up to 4 hours again. So, or like adjusting it to maybe 3 hours or 4 hours or something. So they need to keep adjusting it so it's good for the community, because I think people are panicking because they went from 24 hours all the way down to 2 hours. It's like, what the hell is happening? Like, it's literally like putting someone's hand on a shock. What is it called? A electrical shock or something, you know? Like, that's literally what they're being a little insane on it. And some of the big streamers are like, yeah, this is the best idea ever. Not realizing that, again, they are burning a bridge behind them that they have already crossed to become a big streamer. Like, literally, discovery boxes is one of the best ways to get new followers and new eyes on your stream. So I think this needs to be readjusted up to 4 hours eventually. But I am open for testing this because that's a really good idea. The reason Trovo has not already done the max limit on the boxes is because they're worried about income, because they need to show their investors that they can make money and keep making more money, because that's a business at the end of the day, right? So I can understand why they wouldn't want to limit the max you can put into a discovery box, but they're gonna have to do it if they want the system to be fair. So that's my suggestion for it, anyways. But I do like the limit of 2 hours for discovery. I kind of like that. It's gonna be nice. Timing is gonna be even more important now, though. That's gonna be you're gonna have to put that box in exactly the right time when your guys are on and the people you want to appeal to. So this is gonna be exciting to see, definitely. Hey Gordon, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? I'm great. I'm doing great. I'm super excited to play some PUBG today. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what the day brings. That's it. I've been having a busy day though. There's been a lot of stuff to do and a lot of posts to reply on and thumbnails to make, and it's been wild. I also I forgot to get groceries like a dum-dum. So I had to, run down and get groceries suddenly, and it's just, sometimes I think I need to put stuff in my calendar that, shouldn't be necessary. That's all. So it's been a busy day. It's been a busy day, but it's been a really good day, man. Thanks for asking. I hope I didn't give you more than you asked for, but it's all good. Passion says 3 to 4 hours is good length for a stream, and it's how long the discovery boxes should go. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, man. So, but again, I think they just they just need to be open to adjust it, and I think Trovo is open to adjust this thing again. And I think the push that was made for the 2 hours was from the big guys, like the big streamers, because they want to remove treasure boxes completely from the platform. But if they remove treasure boxes from the platform, Trovo has to make a normal promotion system like every other platform has, and I'm just telling people right now, you do not want that. You do not want the shady shit that's going on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, where you like pay the platform behind the scenes to promote your stream. Like, you do not want a system like that. That is the worst idea ever. Like, we have a really good system that just needs to be refined into a better system. That's all. So, hey, Turbo Titan, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Oh man, it's so good to see so many subscribers in the chat. I love it. And some of the followers too. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone is having a good time. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure people understood that if we take away the treasure boxes from the system, Trovo will be forced to make a different type of promotion system, and it's going to be something like what YouTube have with YouTube ads, or what Facebook has with the pay to promote system, and that system is horrible. It will always favor the biggest streamers out there because, again, big streamers have big money and they spend it on promotion. So yeah, you do not want that. You do not want that. And also, I feel like some of the big streamers need to stop this shit because they have already crossed the bridge that the rest of us are trying to get to also. And they're trying to actively burn down the bridge while we're trying to cross it. Like, so I get a little bit fired up about these things. And sometimes I have to walk around my apartment just to calm down whenever I think about it. So yeah, I just want to keep reminding people about that. And I also want to remind people that you have a voice as a streamer. No matter the size you are, you have a voice, and you can go to Discord and you can talk to the developers. Just keep it civilized, be friendly, and try to describe it as best you can, you know, and ask them if they understood what you meant, or like, you know, be sure that you got what you wanted to say through, and that they kind of understand it, you know. So if they have any questions and all that, you know, they're also only people, and they're also trying to make a good system. So, but you do not want the same system as on, you know, YouTube and Facebook, especially Facebook. That's it's horrible, you know. You don't want to go meta at the moment. Oh man. So yeah. See, Passions gets it. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, Trovo will lose revenue if they lose treasure boxes, for sure, definitely. And they will have to make another system to like stay alive, you know, because investors want to see income, you know. So it's a business at the end of the day, right? So they have to make this work. And I just, you know, the treasure box system is a better system than many of the other platforms, as an idea at least. You know, like when you think about how it's supposed to be built together, right? It just needs refinement. It needs to be refined into a system that's more fair for everybody. And I feel like we can do that by just, you know, keep pulling on those dials until it fits within what the community wants. Sometimes we run into people who don't understand how the system, like they don't understand what the consequences are and all that. And you know, that's fair enough. But we need to be open to like talk to them about it, and like at least try to maybe not convince them, but you know, try to at least make them understand how the system works, right? And how it's going to be if we remove the system that currently is in Trovo. So it's going to make it worse if we remove the treasure box system. It's going to make it so much worse. And yeah, I just really wanted to convey that to people so they understand why I'm fighting so hard for keeping the system in and building on what we have. And I think many of the Trovo admins, you know, of course they are Trovo, but I think they are more likely to listen if you're trying to shape something that's already there than if you're trying to remove a system, you know. And yeah, it's just there's also another thing, like people in the community will really hate you if you keep removing features from the platform. Like people get a new feature and it's like, oh man, that's kind of cool, you know. It's not the best in the world, but it kind of has some cool aspects. And then some big streamer goes in there and says like, remove it now, and it gets removed, and you're like, oh man, I just got some candy and now he took it away from me. God damn, that asshole. Right? So if you keep removing, and this is a warning to big streamers, if you keep removing features from the platform because you can't figure out a way to form that into something good, you're gonna get a lot of hate, you know, and people are gonna be really pissed at you. So maybe think about that a little bit before you try to remove roles again without having a built-in role system in the platform already, right? So just, you know, just a nice little warning, because people will like eventually just say fuck that if it's too much, right? Yeah, I know. I'm hitting big streamers a lot, but it's not only big streamers. It's also people who don't understand it, and some people who are like, and maybe I'm too kind, you know. Maybe I'm like thinking there's no way that they could be that evil, but sometimes, you know, people are just, you know, thinking about themselves and not thinking about the platform. So, but I'm here to actively help get the platform on the right course and say what I think about things. And then of course have amazing streams, because that's what I want to do. You know, at some point the platform is going to cool down a little bit, and the platform is going to be in a better state, and then we can just focus on streaming and all that. But I think I will always keep doing news on the platform from now on because no one else is doing it. And I feel like, you know, people need to know these things, even if they're only viewers. Like, the viewers also have a say in this. Like, viewers have a lot more power than they think. Like, if you have 10,000 viewers going together and saying, hey, Trovo, we don't like this. Could you maybe look into it or like form it into something better or like adjust it a little bit? They will listen to you. Like, it's not I'm not even kidding. They will. They might tell you why it's a bad idea, and then that's that. But, you know, at least they will listen to you, which that's way more that you get than other platforms will ever give you. Like, I'm just saying that. So, oh, nice. That's awesome, Silver Titan. Thank you so much for watching, man. And thank you for the hype, by the way. And the Leon Lime. Yeah. What I'm talking about. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is the Boost project compared to the paid. So essentially he asked, do you think... oh, sorry, I should be listening to you guys first. Sorry about that. I'm still new at this, guys. So Paxton says, it's not easy, but this is where if minority changes based on big streamers, if there is the case, it's going to stop new small streamers from joining, or worse, leaving because they feel unsupported. Yes, exactly, and that is exactly what has been happening. And some of the biggest streamers, it doesn't even have to be the biggest ones, but some of the biggest streamers and the streamers they have under them don't understand the consequences of what they're doing sometimes, like the consequences of their suggestion. The only thing they are thinking about is, we used to not have this system and we were fine before the system, and now this system is here and I feel horrible. But that's because the system hasn't been adjusted to work correctly yet. Doesn't mean it's a bad system, and it certainly doesn't mean that it was better before, because when you started Big Streamer, the platform was like 200 people and the developer's family or something watching the stream. And this has changed a lot. Like, this has changed. This is now not a small streaming platform anymore. Like, it's still kind of small, but it's not as small. It's not family members watching anymore. It's actual people. So you need to dig yourself out of your delusions, because that's not even a thing, you know. And again, this is a business. Trovo needs to make money, and if you take away a system that's so ingrained and based in the system, in like the platform, they're just gonna come up with a worse solution. So please do not take it away. And you're mistaken, by the way. They are mistaken if they think that taking it away will bring the platform back to where it was 2 years ago. That is a very, very, very bad way of thinking. Like, do you really want to go 2 years back into pre-beta or whatever? Ugh, I don't want to go there. That's a bad time. Passing said they also forget that without revenue, it would also impact Trovo 500. Yeah. Trovo 500 would become smaller if they make less money. The reason we got the $100 million for the T500 program is because the platform has been earning good money. That's the reason the investors are investing in the platform. If people cannot understand that basic thing, then I'm sorry, I cannot change your mind. But that's not happening, you know. Just let me keep my emojis. Yeah, that's my passions. God damn, man. Oh, man. I mean, as long as people subscribe to me, you'll always have the emojis, that's for sure. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. I am planning to change some of them, but maybe we'll do that on another stream, because we want to play some PUBG soon, hopefully. Last thing, I'm gonna go through this a little bit quick because I want to get into some games. We've been talking for almost an hour now, and you know, it feels like I've become a talk show instead of a gaming channel, so that's a little weird. But you know, I think a balance of both is good, though. That's what I'm trying to change a little bit on my streams. I want a little bit more about the news, because it intrigues me. So I hope you guys like it too. Anyways, the last question was, do you think paid promotion, aka treasure boxes, should be more effective than free promotion boost project? Any suggestions? And before I say anything about what I wrote here, my thought going into this was the platform needs to have a chance to survive, and if paid promotion is not better than free promotion, then people will not use the paid promotion part of it. So it needs to be slightly better, right? So that it makes sense, so that Trovo can actually make a little bit of money on it. So what I'm thinking is, I think this needs to be a balance of 60-40 effectiveness. What I mean is, then if you put up a paid promotion, you should get more discoverability than from a boost project system. But the boost project system should still be solid. It is okay to have a shorter runtime in discovery boxes, but then it gives a lot more in a short time if you use the max of 3000 elixir. While using the boost project is slower but runs longer, 8 hours or something like that. All this should be a balance as we go. And I would love for you guys to build more on the boost project. Like Boost Project could add you on top of the game categories, and there would be a spot for you on the trending page maybe. I kind of fucked this sentence up a little bit. Like I added some words, but you know, I meant that, you know, these are the suggestions for some of the way that we could improve the Boost Project. So just keep that in mind. What do you think? I'm asking the developer because I wanted to know what the moderator was thinking. So I went in and said, like, what do you think about this? I want to find a nice balance that is adjustable for the future. I know making everyone happy is not easy, but you guys are trying, and I really appreciate that. So I'm trying to say to them that they're doing a really good job now, like asking people what they mean and what they want to have changed. So I actually was really happy that they did this. So I'm trying to give a little bit of praise back to them, just so they don't feel shitty because people are spamming them with messages right now, right? So just trying to find a balance in the way I communicate too. So don't worry about that. I'm not trying to suck up to the developers or anything. I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to tell them that it's a good thing that they are like finally like taking a little bit of feedback and like responding to the people. Anyways, but this is essentially what I want. I want a system that's like 60% of the promotion that's done on the platform is from discovery boxes. Essentially the money model, like you use money to promote your streams. That's what I want. And then 40% or something like that is the Boost Project, aka the Mana Rocket and all that. So there needs to be a better balance of it, because right now it's I would say it's like a 90% treasure box promotion, and you have the 10% mana boost project system, and you know, it's just not, you know, that doesn't really it's not a good balance it's not healthy for the community. So it needs to be better than that, and I think they can improve on that. I do love the trending page they made, though. I will say that's a really good thing. So I'm really happy with that. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that they're doing a super bad job, but I'm saying that they need to adjust some things on it, definitely, to make it worthwhile. Before we jump into the game, guys, last thing, please check out our Twitter account. We have links down below, and please give us a like on the post. It really does help us get found on the social medias, and I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving. So please keep that in mind. It's always nice to see some likes and, you know, new follows and all that. So please consider doing that. That's it. I think that's it. Let's jump into some games.